Hi, welcome to Creative from Chaos. And tonight we are going to discuss our topic is She Needs Your Touch. Now, I've gotten a lot of reviews or comments about this video before this has even been done. And because it seems to really be a need for women, it seems to be something that women actually really want and want in their partners. Today, I had a friend of mine that broke down. I mean, she really broke down, and I wish I could have gotten to her because she really lacks that intimacy that her partner needs, and I felt it. I heard it in her voice. I mean, it's never good when a woman is at that point where she feels as if her husband or her partner is not touching her or is not able to give her the intimacy that she's asking for, and she really should never be asking. But what happens in a relationship is that, as a friend of mine said tonight, is that to me is that people tend to get complacent and comfortable. Now that's the easy term that we use for what is actually happening. What is happening happens in a relationship is that the polarity in a relationship fades, it dies. And it's simply because we do things every day because it's society's norm and we don't understand how it's going to actually affect our relationship. And it really does affect our relationship. It's never good. What needs to happen is that we need to look closely and understand what happens subconsciously. What is attraction and the polarity in a relationship? 75% of relationships or marriages end because women want out. And the number one reason for wanting out is they are not happy. What they are actually saying is I don't feel loved by my partner. And so he's not penetrating her. And I don't mean it in a sexual way. I mean that a man's job is to penetrate his wife financially, emotionally, spiritually, in every aspect, and also penetrate the world. Women and men are not equal. We have different hormones. Women have cycles that work with the earth and with the moon. She moves in different levels of hormones are required at different times. But however, she does the same or similar things day by day, week by week. When her requirements are different, and her partner, her male partner, is not aware of it as well. And so what happens to both parties, both parties get depolarized because his testosterone is not where it's supposed to be. Her estrogen is not where it's supposed to be. He's more on his feminine side, she's more on her masculine side. And what happens? It's a collapse of intimacy. So both parties' libido drops significantly. They may be having sex 4 times a day, 3-4 times a day. Now you'll be lucky if it happens 2-3 times a month. Now it's easy for us to say that it's acceptable, it's understandable. No, it's not true. There are relationships with people who are 80 years of age and they are actually having more sex and being more intimate than couples who are in the 20s or late 20s, early 30s. And it's not normal. Or I should say, it's not supposed to be. It has become the norm, and so you see men now having what they call a dad's bod. And it's acceptable that a man who didn't make a child is getting fat, putting on weight, his belly's getting big, and he's looking sexy. That's what it's been said. And it's acceptable norm now. It should not be. Cortisol is the main reason he is actually gaining that weight. So while it may be because he has a child, or so it may be perceived, yes, that's a driving force. But because he's stressed, because he's not able to be at his center or at his core, because he is now doing more nurturing than he's supposed to, or when he's nurturing or finished nurturing, he's not able to get back onto his masculine side because his testosterone is not being built back to where it's supposed to be. He's gaining weight. His polarity is fading. He's no longer as attractive and stimulating to his partner, even though she may love him more for being there to take care and help and nurture. It's simple. It's similar to if a man is there and he's standing and his wife is changing the car tire. It's very similar to a man who is changing a diaper when he's home and his wife is there and she's not ill and she's home, but he's changing the diaper, he's doing stuff where he's not supposed to do. Guys, they are simple. There are things that affect a man subconsciously that he's not supposed to do because it's not at his core. We are human beings and we can do anything and we can do it pretty well. But there's a reason why you have to train a man to hold a child but not a woman. You can take the average 10, 11, 13-year-old and give her a baby, and she will automatically understand how to hold that child. It's very rare you have to tell a young girl how to hold a child. It's also why women are able to have better scent, are able to understand better facial reactions in a man than a man can for a woman. And the reason for these things is because she is the one that is supposed to be able to see a discomfort in that child. That man will never be able to really see that as good as a mother without training. For him to know that, it will take years of learning for him to get to that point. And these are the reasons why I keep saying that no matter what society is saying, women and men are being depolarized, and simply because we don't understand fully what is required in relationships. And these are the reasons why I started to study relationships, and I will do it till I die, because I need to understand what I need to do for my partner and how we need to actually be. Many times you see women have a problem when men are saying we needed to get to the gym. A man will never, almost never, unless he's aware of information, be able to tell you get to the gym the way you want him to tell you. But ladies, let me tell you something. If a man is telling you he needs you to get to the gym, almost, unless he's disrespecting you, no matter how he's telling you, you have to understand he also is not able to feel how you're feeling based on how he's telling you. He thinks he's just basically telling you something that is good. And when he's telling you that, please listen and understand that when he's telling you that, because his attraction to you is mainly visual, he can meet you in 2 seconds. 2 seconds, see you as his wife and spend the rest of his life with you. It takes you 7 seconds to see if he's even attractive, but you still may not like him. In fact, you want to cancel him out every time you go out with him until he passes your test. Men and women are different. He looks at your physique and he feels your energy. The more you are in shape is the more energy you're going to give off of being sexy, because you're going to feel more confident. He feels that his testosterone raises. He wants to be able to be affectionate towards you. And because he is not able to get back onto his masculine side when he does things like babysit, which I'm not against, I'm saying even if he does it, you have to allow him to go to the gym, go to play soccer, go to play basketball. Whatever he used to do before that child, you must understand he needs to get away. If you keep him home there, he's going to have cortisol coming in, like why he gets that belly that he has now. And what is going to happen is he's not going to appear as sexy as he was to you and was attractive. The polarity is going to fade. And when his testosterone drops, your estrogen will drop, because he's going to do some stuff that are feminine. He is going to want to be more bonding with you than he's supposed to. You're not going to find it attractive on a subconscious level, but you're going to love him for changing a diaper on a conscious level. And your masculine level, testosterone, is going to rise, and that is what is causing him not to want to be able to touch you. Now, I get it, and I agree. It's even difficult with all the information that I know to remember at all times, because at the end of the day, I'm mainly a man. And we don't think emotionally, we think logically. But I understand, I get it. A man is supposed to be able to penetrate the world regardless. Regardless of what is happening, I am supposed to be able to make sure my testosterone is where it's at. It should never happen. There's no real excuse for a man not being on his game and penetrating the world. And that is why a man's purpose must always come first, and what he seeks to do for his family as a protector and a leader. When men don't do that and they are depolarized by having to change diaper, wash wares, wash clothes, clean a house and stuff like that, while you may appreciate him doing it, it's going to affect your relationship on another level. And there are women out there who can agree with what I'm saying, and I will tell you, they understand this. I speak to a lot of them on a daily basis. And I get it. I know society, it may feel foreign to some of you women. It may feel so funny to even some men may not agree that they should not change diapers as much as they can, or they should change diapers and nurture children and not go to the gym. I see men all the time taking time off away from the gym because their wife has a child. I get it. She's out there the first week. What you should do is make sure she's healthy, because she comes even before the child, and then you move on and say, okay, gradually next week or week after, I'm going to go back to the gym. And guys, if this is how you actually feel as well, you should go regardless of how she feels, because she may hate you for actually doing it, but she's going to also be more attractive to you by you actually standing up for what you know and feel that you want to do, because she respects that when you say this is what you want to do, it's part of being a man. Okay? And I want us to really get it. As much as some women may not agree, there are rules for men and rules for women. And no matter how you want to feel about it, there are some things women will do that is always going to affect them negatively. And men understand that your woman needs your touch. 2 or 3 months can't be without you kissing their cheek, giving them a kiss on the lip just for no reason. For no reason. Buying her a rose, taking her somewhere, having a picnic. For no reason. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And when I say touch her, she wants your touch. I don't mean physically alone. She wants you to touch her emotionally, intellectually. Babe, let's have a discussion on scripture. Whichever God you serve, have a discussion on that one night. That is sexy to women. Decide, okay, we're going to have a picnic. Let's go and have a picnic. Cook for her. While cooking is mainly a woman's role, yes, and I'm not afraid to say it, it impacts women differently than how it impacts men. But because you know you're cooking for her, because you want her to feel love for you and stuff, it's going to raise your testosterone, because you're doing it for her for a purpose. It's not a chore that you have to do for your family, but you want to please your wife, and this also positively affects a man. The reason women needs touch from you guys or us guys is because it raises their oxytocin levels, which raises their estrogen levels. Okay? This is why when you go out, you'd see women really enjoying hugs, non-sexual hugs for men and women, is because they are in their element. Their estrogen levels are at its peak, and most times after events where women are able to really hug and meet and greet people, you see you get back home and most times there is sex going to happen, because intimacy has been really connected. Women need to be emotionally engaged, guys. It's very simple. This is why when there's an argument and the man does what he's supposed to do and diffuse the argument, this is why a lot of times an argument ends up also in sex, because her estrogen level raises at the beginning of the argument. It is based on what you do, which is also an activity by you touching her or penetrating her. It is based on how you react to the argument with her. Her estrogen levels will either turn to testosterone, and based on what she says to you, your testosterone will turn to estrogen, and you see how you react when you are emotional. A man emotional reacts worse than any emotional woman. So guys, please remember, your wife needs your touch. Your job is to penetrate the world. This is what you're put here to do. You must do it. It's the only way. If you don't, you're going to cause yourself to want to seek a companion or a relationship outside, because you're requiring something that is not in your relationship right now. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are about this video, and let's put a part 2 if needed. So let me know what problems you're actually having, and so that we can get to the point of having more discussions like these. Okay guys? So bye for now. Remember to like, comment and subscribe.